Ciao Bella, welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. It is my birthday week and I am so excited to celebrate with each and every one of you this week. If you are new here and you have no idea what I'm talking about, the week between March 15th, which is my grandfather's birthday, and March 22nd, which is my birthday, every day that week I put out a video, and I have for the past several years that I've been on YouTube. And I try to do something different, a little different each time. And this week I am doing a series of videos where I am coloring out of a coloring book about Sicily, which is where I live. And I'm trying to go through and look at things, places that I've been and maybe I've done videos on, and I can share them with you. And then each day, with the exception of Sunday's video, I'm going to give you a letter. And in all of the videos, right, it's going to be a scramble. Like, I'm not going to give them to you in order, but you're going to have to unscramble them. And on the last day, March 22nd, when I give you the final letter, you're going to need to email me what you think the word or phrase is. And if you think you know it, then put "I know" in the comment box in your comment for March 22nd. So you're going to need to listen for the letter every day and then let me know what you think it is in an email. If you put what you think it is in the comments, I will delete it. Whether you're right or wrong, I'll delete it. Because I don't want it to give hints to anyone else. Because there is a prize if you get it right. So everyone who gets it, I will put their name on a list, and then I will draw a winner. And you will either get yarn out of my stash or $25 US in PayPal. So today we are going to be coloring the Greek theater of Taormina. Now, I have been there. This is one of the first places that I went when I was in Sicily, or when I got to Sicily, rather. And I went with my daughter and another young lady. So when I first moved here, of course, I didn't know anybody, right? And moving here is difficult. Moving away from home, period, is difficult. But moving to another country and working and all of those things, right, is very taxing. On top of that, right, I didn't have a place to live. I had to find a place to live. So I was staying in a hotel while I found a place to live. And there was another family who was also staying there. They also, one of their parents works with me as well. And so the oldest of their children, I've gotten very close to. And I love all of her children like they're my children. But her oldest in particular really took a shine to my daughter, and we went to Taormina together, right? It was an adventure for us all. So we walked around and we got to see there's a huge shopping street there, and some of the things are pretty high end. I cannot afford them. And some of them are pretty reasonable. But we did get to see that, which was nice. And then we did get to go and see the Greek theater, which I was very, very glad that we got to go see. Because, guys, so many of these things they're falling to ruin. I mean, not because they're not being taken care of, but because they're old. And as much as I would love to see every single thing in the world before it falls apart, I know that's just not possible. And I know for many of you, um, you are not able to see these things either. So I started putting together some videos for people who may want to see these things. Now, granted, most of these things, most of the videos on my channel of me showing Sicily or other places are not the most popular. I mean, this is a yarn channel first and foremost, a crochet channel. But I know that there are lots of podcasters that share lots of parts of their lives and lots of things that they've done. Um, and so I try to do the same. And it is fun to share those things with you all. But it is also a lot of hard work. And I was starting to get some negative comments about some of the videos. So I just decided that it wasn't worth the effort to get such negative and it wasn't even feedback. Like if it was like constructive criticism or something like that, but it was just not nice things. And I would delete them, and then I was just like, you know what? I don't need to do that. If I'm going to spend my time, then I will make other content, but still enjoy my visits to different places, right? The cool thing about Taormina is this theater is that there are still shows that are put on here. So you can go to concerts that actually take place in this theater. You can look up the schedule and go and see these things. I think that is really, really cool. I've never been to one, but I think it would be cool to do one day at some point. Um, I think that would be fun. I think um, it would definitely be an experience. So the other thing that my daughter really, really loved is there was this candy store, and not everyone could come with us, so she wanted to buy candy for everyone. And when we got back, my uh, colleague friend was not happy. Nope, thought I was gonna sneeze. Just kidding. Was not happy that my daughter brought back candy for everyone. I mean, she wasn't angry per se, but she was like, you couldn't have brought back something else. And I was like, well, she wanted to bring back rocks, but I said no, thank you. Um, because I don't need her picking up rocks from this theater, and then we get arrested. And she was like, that's fair. um, Along the back of this theater, there is a beautiful view of Isola Bella, which unfortunately got a lot of damage in the last Metacane that we had. So there was a Metacane um, called uh, Cyclone Harry. They don't really call them hurricanes or Metacanes. They call them cyclones here, but it's pretty much a hurricane for all intents and purposes. um, and Isola Bella got a lot of damage. There were several areas in Sicily that sustained a lot of damage, and there was one town that actually started collapsing. Uh, parts of it started collapsing, and that was very, very scary um, to see, to witness. um, and I hope that Isola Bella recovers, because it's very, very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. But it's also one of those places that you can only get to when the tide is just right. So you can walk across, but only at certain points, because it is, it is very, I wouldn't say difficult to get to necessarily, but it's not an easy path, and you have to be mindful of the rocks. They get slippery and it's a little dangerous. So I have not been specifically to Isola Bella, because when I went to Taormina, the tide was not good to get there. Interestingly enough, when we were there, the car that we were in, it broke down, and I was very worried, because not only was I in a place that I was not familiar with, I was in a place that I was not familiar with someone else's child. I mean, in my child, we can figure it out, right? I know that she's safe. I know that she's with me, but I know that it's different when you have to call that parent and be like, because we weren't in an accident or anything. The car just, wouldn't start. So we had to have the car, like, jumped for the battery, but we had to find the carabinieri, which is there's different levels of police here. So that was the closest one, and they didn't want to come out. And I kept just trying to say that I needed assistance, and I knew even less Italian then than I do now. So that was really hard to try to, like, explain to them what I needed, because yeah, that was definitely an interesting time, because that did not go well. I mean, they weren't rude or anything, but it was very no, we can't help you, you're not a resident, da 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 da. And I was like, but I'm just a tourist, I'm trying, please help me. And I was trying to speak in as much Italian as possible. And the one guy was like, no, no. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, every time I would try to speak Italian, he would just say, no. No, I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm not doing a very good job. My bad. So this is the picture so far. I'm trying to find... I told myself that I wasn't going to color it the exact same way, but I find myself trying to. So we'll see how it goes. But we did have a great time in Taormina. I have not been back since I went just the one time, but I do want to go back. It's not far from me. Like, it could be a nice little day trip. But it's also, I mean, I work, and I know that I've been there, so it's like, do I want to go back there, or do I want to see a new place? Because even though I have, you know, a scheduled amount of time to be here. I never know. You never know if you're gonna be able to stay or what's gonna happen. And it's, you want to see what you can see while you can see it. Because I feel very, very, very grateful to be able to be here and to do this job and to do this work. And I don't want to, I definitely don't want to squander it, but I also want to spend time seeing as many things as possible. So, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll go back and see it again. I would like to see a concert there, though. I think that would be very cool to be able to see something in concert there. I don't know what, but it would be cool to see something, because I think to be able to experience things, maybe not in the way that the people of the time did, obviously, but to be able to just be in that space. And I don't know. I have a friend and a colleague who, she loves live music, and so she goes every opportunity she can to see different bands and different things, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. Sometimes I get FOMO because I want to go, but I can't go. Mainly because I can't just up and leave my child. She doesn't do that. I'm just saying my daughter would not want to go. So I can't just go as much as I would like to. Because we've reached the stage, sadly, that my music is not fun for her anymore. She doesn't want to listen to my music. So in the mornings, she's like, "Can we listen to something else?" Which makes me sad. Because we're rapidly reaching the stage where mom is not cool anymore. And I know we'll get back to the point where mom is cool, but right now we're at the point where mom is not cool. So it just makes me a little sad. Ugh. I'm trying to do this like a little two-toned because it's very beige with all of the theater seating, and I'm trying to make it not so beige. Have you ever seen like a temple or a theater that you got to explore. I would love to know. Okay, I think I got off somewhere on these benches. I don't know. I tried. Oh, that looks so much better. Okay. So I'm just trying to fill in some of these so it's not so just all over beige. I'm trying to go in with this like yellowy color. It's similar, so like this color and this color, just to kind of go over it a little bit so it's not so monotone. And that definitely makes it a little bit better. Yeah. So this is what we have so far. This is the picture. And this is what I have done so far. Okay, so today the letter that I'm going to give you is N. N. The letter N. The letter N. Now remember that I'm not giving them to you in order. So you are going to have to unscramble them. So I suggest that you get like a piece of paper or something and write them down or put them in your phone. And then you can unscramble them, because I'm definitely not giving them to you in order. So that would be my advice to you, is to find a piece of paper or something to keep track of the letters, and then tell me what you think they are at some point, right? But remember, you have to email me what you think the phrase is. I mean, I guess you could email me maybe before the 22nd if you wanted, but I'm not going to count your entry unless you message me after I've given all the letters. Okay? Because I don't think that's fair. And I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. Like, I'm just going to, when the people who, I say these are the people that were entered, when I show it, then that'll be kind of the way that you know if you were right or not. Because I won't tell you. I don't think that's fair. Because then if I tell you that you're right, and you tell somebody else, oh yeah, this is the word, blah, 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 and then they message me, I don't know. I just don't think that's fair. I mean, you can let me know what you think, but ultimately, as I've been told multiple times, right, this is my channel, I do what I want. And they'll be like, it's your channel, do it how you want to do it. Do it what works for you. Because I ask people's opinions, and they're like, well, just do it the way that works best for you. And well, yes, that's great. I still want to know what you think. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to shake things, but then I end up shaking them. I'm waiting for things to come crashing down on me. I did get a comment the other day, and yes, I did have a friend of mine help me hang up some things back there, so Lots of things that I've been waiting on getting hung up are finally hung up. I'm so excited. And I am working on a couple other things that I want to put up back there. But so far, lots of things are put up, and I am super excited about it. So there are, I have a couple other things like in front of me up here. Some of my pictures over there are hung up too, right? So I'm going to move you back, which is exciting. Oh, I've been really busy trying to get some things accomplished. And make things feel better around here, which is nice. I'm going to pause and I'll be back to show you the final result. Okay, see you in just a bit. Okay, I finished. I finished it. So this is the picture, and this is my version. I will say I am definitely going to have to sharpen some pencils because I am running out real quick. So, if you did not get a chance to hear the letter for today, you need to go back and watch the video for the letter. And like I said, put it in your phone, put it on a piece of paper. I wouldn't recommend writing it on your hand, but I mean, if you want to, and then just come back tomorrow and every day this week for another piece of the word or phrase that you're going to need to unscramble. And remember, there is a giveaway. The final letter will be on March 22nd, which is my birthday, as well as Sam over at Manvis Makes. So go show her some love. And I'll see you again tomorrow for another adventure. There will be a video linked to this of me in Taormina showing you what I was able to see. So definitely check that out at the end of this video. It'll also be linked in the description box. And until I see you again, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!